Good morning or afternoon or evening or night, wherever and whenever you are on this sweet, wild, sacred earth. I'm Julie Ling. This is the voice of wonder. With an eye drop of gentleness. This is the practice eye drop for the meditation journey that I just did, which will be called something like Gentleness. I'll put a link to it on the end page. Just take a moment to let yourself settle in and let the flute bring you more fully and more gently into your body as you drop in, settle in, and notice your breath. And as you notice your breath rising like a wave and falling away like a wave, receding back out to sea, just letting yourself rest and settle like stardust or fairy dust. And you're made of stardust anyway, so how apropos is that? Just letting yourself settle into this moment, into this body, and letting the breath bring in a little more gentleness, a little more softness, a little more loving kindness. And as you breathe out, maybe with a sigh, letting go of any little bits of crunchiness or crispiness or angst, just riding out like flotsam and jetsam back to the sea. Just riding the breath when noticing as the gentleness rises up and carries away anything that isn't. And perhaps noticing a part of yourself that's been challenging to be gentle with, that you've felt irritated at or annoyed with. It could be a part of your body. It could be a part of your mind or being, a part that's irritated with you, something that's happened or that you've done. And just softening around it, letting the breath soften around it and carry away just a little bit of the irritation or the angst. Breathing in gentleness and kindness, feeling yourself open as the breath rises within you. And as you breathe out, feeling the clattering of stones as the water moves through it, or watching little bits of debris on your beach going back out to sea. Just noticing as you open and soften, gentleness rising within you, and gentleness carrying away a little bit of what you don't need. Perhaps this part of you has served you really well and is tired, and you've met that service with irritation. Aren't you working better? Letting the breath carry some of that away. And the breath coming in, bringing up, oh, yes, and you've served me all my life. You've been with me. Thank you. And carrying a little more of any irritation away. And noticing, oh, you've held for me feelings that I couldn't feel and let flow. Thank you. And letting the gentleness bring up a little bit of those feelings to be felt and flow away on the out-breath as the tide recedes. And noticing coming in maybe even a little bit, just a drop of gracefulness and gratefulness with this part that served you. And maybe it's a pattern of irritation that's protected you from the feelings underneath the irritation, maybe hurt or disappointment, and allowing them to rise up and be met with gentleness and grace just a little bit and to recede. And as you feel it, letting it be moved out. Emotions are energy in motion. When we feel and release them, especially in the body, they rise and they fall. They come and they go. And maybe like in the poem, as they go, they whisper and talk of Michelangelo. I don't know, but I love that line. And it wanted to come, so I let it. A little bit of grace, a little bit of playfulness, a little bit of ease, rising and falling with your breath. And if you can't quite find it, here's that line I said earlier from a Rumi poem, God accepts counterfeit money as real. What if just imagining the idea of it is a step that you can take towards it? What if right now you accept this counterfeit money as real? It's a step that brings you closer to a little more grace, a little more gentleness, a little more ease. And I offer my grace and gentleness and ease. Feel it infusing you, even if you can't access your own yet. And whatever irritation might have arisen, just letting it be filled with gentleness, with grace, like a cup held up to be filled with love. Let it be filled, even if you can't access your own, with the love poured out through the flutes, with the love poured through me in my voice. What if that's enough in this moment? What if you're enough in this moment? I invite you in any moment throughout your day that you remember to just notice the gentleness arising in the breath and carrying away with it any crustiness or irritation that no longer serves you. As simple and as sweet as that. I'm Julie Ling, and this has been an eye drop of gentleness, of grace, of ease. May you receive it a little more fully every time you think of it. This is the Voice of Wonder. I'm Julie Ling, wishing you a beautiful and blessed day, and to let your heart just a little more sing maybe the song of gentleness and ease and grace.